All right, guys, welcome back here at Beamer & Son Garage. We're working on the 2500 HD, the Chevy rusted rockers. And this is part 2 of the passenger side rocker covers. So, part 1, I was showing you what you had to do was shove it in between the running board and the rocker. And in the process, my phone died. So, this is part 2. So, we're going to take you back out here. We're going to show you the finished part of that, of the front passenger rocker cover. So it's on, there it is. So basically we were looking at, rust, and now we're looking at a nice clean rocker cover. It's a rocker cover. So it basically, all it does, guys, is it slips up here onto the edge of the truck right here, and it goes down. It goes underneath the rocker, and then in between the rocker and the sideboard, the running board. So it just slips in there, just slide it in there, and that's it. And so there it is, it's done. And all I gotta do is, get this back door open, and unfortunately, the handle's broke. And I've known about that since day one, and I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to open that. So I haven't quite figured that out yet. But I just noticed the handle itself is broke. So maybe I can take a screwdriver and force that in. Yep, that's what I have to do. I get a screwdriver. I haven't had this door open since I bought the truck. So this rear door is never open since day one, and I see why now. The handle's broke right there. You can see it cracked. And I think all I gotta do is have a flathead screwdriver. Then I could pop that open, and I could shove that rear rocker cover on. And there's a seam right here when the other one goes on and busts up, and I think I'm going to take a bead of silicone, some black silicone, and run a bead on that and seal them two together. Now this is not a permanent fix naturally. This is just a cover patch. But what I'm going to do is, once it warms up, there's no snow and ice, and we're in the 60s again, I'll pop these covers back off. I'll go down to the local AutoZone. I get some of that rust spray, the converter that converts the rust, back into metal and kills the rust. And I'll probably squirt some paint on it, and then I'll coat it with oil. In other words, I'll probably take maybe a can of WD or something, or maybe some PB Blaster or something. Maybe even a brush with some oil in it, and then brush oil on the rocker, the rusty rocker, and everything, all the parts of it. Oil it really good. Then put the covers back on. Then put some, RTV here. Try to seal it there, and then put a couple screws in it, and then I'll probably run a bead of caulk all the way around all this, and keep moisture from collecting in there. The front side and the back side. So once I get that, it'll be as good as you can get. I'm not going through the trouble of trying to cut that rust out and all that. So let's see if we can't open this up for the first time. You can see how it's supposed to open right here. Oh, is it locked? Is there a locking mechanism? I don't think so. Whoa. Okay, so now I can see what I'm dealing with. I don't know what this does. I would assume that would, well, that's right for the light. I'm not really sure. That's the light trigger. That triggers the door latch. So that has to go like that. And that probably hits it right there and opens the door. It's partially popped open. So let me put you down. That didn't work out. Well, I still didn't get it, so I had to work on that some right there. I don't know exactly what this does. This here is now got it jammed up worse. So probably what I'll do is I'll take the screw off here, and then I'll dig into it a little bit more, and I'll get this door open. Once I get this door open, then I'll put this back rocker on that, you know, I still have in the box right there. We'll slide it on, and we'll have to pull the tape off of it here, because it won't fit in between the rocker and the running board. It's too fat. You gotta be thin like a skinny girl. And right now she's fat like like somebody we all know. I ain't gonna say his name, but we know some fat people here. Some real fat cats. So this stuff's cold. So when it's cold like that and my fingers are cold, it makes it really difficult to get it off. So I naturally want to get it off. It's just hard to do with one hand, you know. I mean, you really got to be talented to do this YouTube channel with nobody filming for you, you know, with one hand. I don't care what anybody says, you know, to be able to get the actual shot you're trying to get and show everybody what you're trying to do. And I'm not talented. So we use the knee, and we'll just take this two-sided tape off, and boom, two-sided tape off. Still got a little piece right there that's bugging me. My fingers have gotten cold out here. It's only like 20 degrees or something, guys. So there's that. Once we get this door open, we'll slide that on, just like we did there. And then when we shut the door, you know, it'll be a clean look all the way back, you know. So you can see the difference. It makes a major difference, that rocker cover. Major difference. So, you know, once we get that other side on, it'll look like this side. So it'll look like that. Just like this side. And the other side will look the same once I get that door open. So, it's getting better. You know, we're 3/4 of the way done with the rockers. Of course, like I said, we will pop it back off. You know, put some rust spray and squirt some paint in there, you know. Try to kill the rust. Then we'll oil it. You know, if it's got oil on it, it can't rust, okay? I mean, that's just theoretically, you know, the purpose of putting oil on it. It's so it can't rust, so. And this is, you know, where all your, you know, your mud and your water all washes up, splashes on the rocker. And if you're going backwards and you're spinning, you know, it's going to sling it forward, you know, sling it backwards or forward on the truck and still get it, you know. So you guys see what I'm doing. So rocker panel part 2 is this video. We'll come back with part 3 once we get the door open, and we'll show you what the finished product. And we'll see you in the next one. Check out my good friend Jamie Phillips, Actions Auto Parts. He's got some really, really cool parts for sale, guys. You need to check his channel out. He'll give you his phone number. I have it somewhere, 606 something. I remember some of it. But check his channel out, Jamie Phillips, Actions Auto Parts. And our good friend Jedediah. I got to meet him for the first time finally at the Indianapolis Fairgrounds swap meet. And it was pretty cool meeting my friend Jed. And check those two, you know, Scott Speed Shop's channel out. Check out Actions Auto Parts. And that's it. We'll see you in the next one. Beamer and Son Garage. And my friends forever and the rest never. Bye-bye, guys.